Hang on. Oh, we're now live.
Oh,
Um,
well,
sorry,
this
sorry
is
guys, to cut you off, but I gotta do the intro.
right.
Anyways, hello
Go
everyone.
ahead.
It's Matt Smox here. I know it's different than I normally say hey peeps, but not today. This is the Thursday Night Derailment stream. Technically, this should be episode 2, but because of some screw ups, this is now season 2, episode 1, instead of it being season 2, episode 2. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Today we are joined by the famous know it all, Glenn Alland. Say hi.
What's going on, guys?
The our good friend, the Brick Maniac. He's been
Oi.
since day one, and of course, the very well known, probably the very good at building, a little better than I am, a lot better than I am. The famous, the one and only Brandon.
Game day.
Well, thanks for the compliments and hello.
So anyway, this is the Thursday Night Derailment stream, season 2, episode 1. Oh hey, now we have pumpkin bricks as well. Of course, he doesn't say anything. I'm going to stop presenting myself now, and we're going to get on to the stream. So now start talking about the stream.
Hey.
Glenn, what I was saying is these things is really hard to find pictures of. Like,
Well, you say that, but that's because you're probably looking in the wrong places. So the Philadelphia. Well, why don't you go ahead and explain what we're looking at on your screen before I
well,
go into my explanation?
this is going to be a PRR Reading Seashore 442.
Sweet.
Okay,
So basically,
you were saying.
now that I'm looking at the tender, I can understand where you're coming from. I've got a picture of a PRSL Atlantic on my screen. So the PRSL Pennsylvania Reading Seashore lines, their Atlantics were exactly the same as a Pennsylvania E6 class Atlantic, which is also a 442.
Yeah.
Basically, some sort of thing happened, and I'm not very well read on my history of the PRSL, but obviously they came into acquisition of several E class Atlantics, and so that's why they're the same. So if you were to look for Pennsylvania E6 Atlantic, you'd basically find a lot more pictures of it. And it looks like, at least the one that I'm looking at, I'm looking at a model of one, but it looks like it has the same tender as the G class, which is at Strasbourg right now. And still more of them look like they have the same tenders as the E6 460 that they have there as well. I'm not super well read on my
Yeah, the tender is weird on this
PRSL.
thing. It's like a small gondola, or however you say that. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. So you're looking at the one that's not got the extended coal boards on the top. It's just basically a box.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, basically how you'd want to go about that is just pretty much just model the Pennsylvania Railroad 460 and then just put different logos on it.
Yeah.
It's an interesting engine. It's a cool engine though. I mean, I always loved the E6 class.
I mean, I can find a ton of pictures of models of the engine, but not like the actual thing.
Yeah, don't look. I wouldn't look on Google Images if that was your main source. Mainly because those that's not reliable at all for that.
It is if you know what you're looking
that's
at.
where I was looking.
Yeah, unless it's a famous engine.
Yeah, that's where I was looking too. So.
Well, that or if you just have a lot of background knowledge.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, skilled people can pick out the differences between a Jersey Central G3 and a G1, and they looked a lot alike. So
That is true. Sorry, I'm just collecting parts as I'm doing. as I'm doing this, I'm also working on a mock.
Cool.
So, can't hear me good. That's me collecting parts in the background.
I'm not looking. And I don't know what I'm gonna do first. This area here, or the engine. But this is gonna be like 3 base plates long. And it's gonna be like a kinda, I don't know.
Like a display stand?
Yeah, sorta.
Cool.
And that's where this will be. Because the 1225 is a little too big.
Yeah. Larger engine. Much larger engine, actually.
Yeah. I mean, just a little larger. You know, it's not like it's.
Well, I've never seen the 1225 next to the 460, but
Yeah. And also, this is going to be a 6 wide since it's a smaller engine. What are your thoughts on that?
I would still go 8 wide, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah, it makes, so we actually, Kale touched on this in his article that he posted on BMR earlier, but if you kind of build everything the same, it looks good together. So like a 6 wide engine looks weird next to an 8 wide engine. Like if you take the stock Lego Super Chief and put it next to an 8 wide model of the Super Chief, it just looks weird.
Yeah.
That's very true.
So yeah, that's something that we do at Penlog, is we try to keep everything a little bit, not exactly standardized, but you know, very close to, because that way we have a layout that looks pretty homogeneous, to put it in Kale's words.
Well, another part of why I'm making it 6 wide is so it can fit on the thing.
You can make an 8 wide engine that fits on standard curves.
Yeah, I know. My 1225 does, but I'm just building this so it could get on the display thing that I'm making. If you know what I mean.
Well, 8 wide goes width, not length. Well, a little bit, but 8 wide trains usually tend to be bigger anyways, so you'll need to expand them lengthwise as well. But
yeah, but then if I made it 8 wide, I'd have to like make the building smaller.
now you keep the building the same size.
Yeah, it'll just be really close.
Oh, a quick question. Can you guys hear TV in the background?
No, not really.
Okay, good.
I don't know. It's not going to my.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm just adding something to a mock real quick. That's why the way I am today. I don't want to show off my new building yet, but I do want to show off one area of the building in the stream. I'm not going to show off the very decorative roof. I'm not going to show off the front of this room, and I'm not going to show the first floor because this is a multi-story building.
Oh, Pumpkin Bricks just left.
Yeah, he kind of was never here in the first place. Well, he's showing you is my apartment in my city.
Yeah, I actually don't have an apartment of my own in my city, but yeah, that's...
Of course. Hang on. So hard. As you see, sig fig, classic sig fig. I'll start from the back of the building, which means you can't really see much. But if you flip up, get a look inside the apartment itself. A chunk of a MERS container, and it's got stairs up. Got your full-on bathroom here, which I could fold up the shower head.
That's nice.
Really hard to do when you can't see. Yeah, that's a full bathroom in there.
Because
now I'm now working so that every building in my city has a bathroom.
What?
They don't all have all the other appliances, but at least they have a bathroom.
Yeah, because minifigures need to go too.
Yeah. Minifig lives matter.
Yeah.
So it's got a nice door. And you can tell it's my apartment because, red, white, and blue bed.
Yeah.
Got the computer here, the wall.
Well, you gotta need a computer.
Got a TV, kitchenette, and as you may know, a Lego train that's just put on a section chat track just to see if it works. Which I can guarantee you probably not.
Yeah.
Because it's a Max Mox. Am I right, TVM?
What? Sorry, I had to leave. What?
Oh,
I left and then came back. I
Lego
didn't hear what you said.
Lego train. It's
Lego
put on a
train.
section track to see if it works because it's a Max Mock. It's clearly bound to work.
Yeah.
Just cross your fingers enough. Okay, I'm presenting myself. But yeah.
Cool.
I will show off the entire building plus the front in a video, but for now, for the viewers who haven't seen it because they're not in the private chat, Lego Dudes or Rails of America, for those who aren't in those chats, they'll see it eventually. It'll be my next building review. Yet I still have to review the blue house and some other things I'll get to eventually. And that's my 10 cents.
Cool. I got this plane. It's one of the creator ones.
Nice.
I love this little thing.
Is it
It's
the
really
one
cool.
you showed off in your video?
Yep.
Hmm.
It's really cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's still one of the ones where you can build 3 different models. I chose the plane. I believe there is a
Yeah.
helicopter and some sort of a watercraft type build as well.
I'd
But
be careful.
plane-
I'd be careful. You know why?
Why?
Once you build an airplane, you get into the airplane building phase.
Yeah.
All you can
Oh yeah.
do is more air.
Debatable.
It's like the
Hey,
work.
you know,
The only plane that I would buy, and this was a gift, but the only plane that I would buy would be the Brickmania F4U Corsair, because the Corsair is my favorite plane. But
Like,
those are like $380, and I haven't got the money for that.
I always
I have-
remember. First Lego plane I bought, I got into a Lego plane building binge.
I have the cargo plane from, when was it? 2014, I think.
There's been a lot
It's
of
like
cargo
green and
planes.
white.
A few of them. Oh yeah, I know that one.
Oh yeah. It's over there, if you can see it against the wall. That one.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
There's not much left of it.
Well, that's all I have together is the plane. All the vehicles I took apart. For
All that's left of the original plane that I bought is only 2 parts: the front end and the back end.
Hold on.
It was a passenger plane. This is literally all I could find of it. I can't even find the tail.
Hmm.
The only uses I know of this is there was a person who built a high-speed passenger plane train using these pieces.
Yeah, I saw that. There's been a lot of things that have done like that just because people like the shape of that those front pieces.
Yeah. I mean, I could build a cargo plane that starts like this.
Yeah.
I tried to do that before. It didn't really work out.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Wait, I think I have that set. Yeah, I have that one. The blue passenger plane from 2010 or something.
A while back.
Yeah, I have that one.
I really hope I don't ever have to build another plane.
Don't buy one.
Exactly.
Just what? What? Oh, wait. You said my name and then you never respond.
No, I didn't say Matt. No, I didn't say Matt.
What did you say?
I think I said like yeah or something. I think I agreed with Glenn. I know I did said that, but
All I know is there's probably going to be an airplane building challenge in Philly. I'm going to be stuck in it.
yeah, I'll probably end up. Yeah.
And if it's Lucas who made that challenge happen, hey Lucas,
Matt, you're
just
gonna
as
be
I
in that.
say your name, you appear.
Lucas, I think the 43% chance like ratio that you put was wrong.
Yeah, it was. Wasn't
Yeah, it was
sure.
quite specific. It was quite specific too.
Very specific.
Wait, what? Who even hosted last week's stream?
Quick Maniac
Me?
did, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well. Yours is then numbered right. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
Matt,
now
I can number it to
episode.
number 1 if you want. Like, it'll be easy.
But I'll be too lazy to renumber this episode 2.
It takes 2 seconds. Just trying to give you some motivation to do it.
2 seconds is a lot of my time.
Sure.
I know, right?
Oh, hey, look. Color Me Bright says TBM. Man, whoever this Color Me Bright guy is, he likes to speak a lot.
What was he asking
He's
about?
like, it's like, all this like talking, and chatting.
Hold on. I'm going to see what he's asking me about. Or is asking.
Oh, hey, Blue Comet's here. Man, I barely ever checked this. But he said TBM, so I mean, clearly.
Yeah, I'll answer. I got it.
You must be special. Someone said your name.
Well, he watches my video. He watches all my videos, so he's a very active subscriber on my channel.
Yeah, mine as well.
He was responding to who hosted last week. Because we asked that, and he said TBM.
Oh. Okay.
Actually, just so you guys know, for anybody who's looking for my thing and doesn't want to go to the extras account, if you can't find that, it's much easier to. There's a little tab here that says other members of TNDS. It's everybody here.
Maybe that's me.
Yeah.
Yep. Got everyone,
Yeah,
including
I'm on camera.
Nate. Everybody,
Need
including
my yoke shirt.
got Nate and Glenn there, and also have all the season 1 of TNDS if you want to go back and watch that, and all of the episodes of TNDS that I will be hosting, I think, until so.
Yeah, just make sure to renumber them all to season 2 episode something.
Yeah, once we get there though, like once I actually figure it out, the like 2 or 3 episodes before, I'll be able to figure out what number it actually is. But
Don't worry, no worry.
oh, and I finally posted a channel trailer for 2017. So
Oh yeah, I saw that.
yeah, it's okay. Actually, it managed to get 40 views ish, like 40-ish views.
My recent 2 videos barely made 40 views together.
I got this one guy trying to do something about giving me a shout out and gaining like a bunch of subscribers, but they won't be active, so what's the point? I don't want fake subscribers.
Meanwhile, I just don't post enough, and the new YouTube system is killing me.
Yeah, I don't actually. That's happening with me. That's why. Sorry, my battery. I might have to turn off my camera, but that's why I'm starting to do rail fanning and model train videos on the Brick Maniac, taking off Maniac trains more. It's easier to only have one channel, and I just want to have more diversity in the account too. So.
Yeah, like you know how I am. I'm a all-around channel, but the problem is, unless you're a gamer or a blogger, it's next to impossible to pump out a video every single day.
Yeah,
or
somebody who
you
does
could be
reaction
like
videos.
me, who has more time than he realizes, but has like all these things that drive him back from ever making videos.
Yeah,
You could be me,
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
but basically you could be me, who has all the time in the world, but the only problem is I never feel like posting a video.
Yeah,
'Cause
I just try to film as much as I can. I'm trying to take off as much haul videos as possible in 2017, just because they're boring for everybody. But yeah.
I
Only
could
hot
post
video.
it, but I don't have any motivation.
Oh, it's funny too. I have this one hater that it doesn't bother me though, but it's just one person.
Yo, same. I
At
have
least
one
it-
hater too.
Yeah, I know. He leaves a dislike like every video. I don't really care, but you know.
No worry. I like your videos.
Thank you. Oh, I just actually posted a video, I think, Wednesday about cleaning locomotive or Lego locomotive and rolling stock wheels because it's not important because there's no the RC trains at least there's no electrical conductivity that's involved with it, but I still try to clean it so it's not dusty and whatnot. And surprisingly, the first time I tried it, a lot of dirt and dust came off. So that's something I do regularly now.
I need to get like some kind of air thing and then just air blast all my stuff.
Yeah, or you could honestly, if you really want to be that very precise, just either probably not an old toothbrush, but just like a toothbrush you buy at a store, like a really cheap one, and you can just brush it off. Or like paper towels, even they work for.
I'd buy a
very
decent
light-
paintbrush, like from Home Depot.
Exactly, that's what I forgot. Yeah, or like a duster, more like.
I'll probably go with the toothbrush.
Yeah, that's the easiest. I do use Q-tips sometimes if I really want to get in there and get the dust, but I already have those for model railroading stuff. Not too often. It's just when I have to get something very precise. So
I've used Q-tips, but I mean, they're either good for cleaning small spaces or I run out of them for some reason.
yeah, in the comments, just Lego 101 says he uses a paintbrush.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Matt,
in the new house that I'm in, that I recently moved into, there's not as much dust not as much dust gets on the city than as much as the old house, because there's a lot more dust in my room, which is kind of weird because I'm in the garage now, so I don't really get it. But
Yeah.
it's just the particular area.
What's not good for me is, believe it or not, behind that pole next to the refrigerator is a door. Behind that door is a barber shop. So I not only get massive amounts of dust, I also get hair everywhere.
Oh no.
And I have this little orange vacuum that has to constantly be fixed because of it's just full of hair.
Anybody want one of these?
What is it?
No, I'm okay. Yeah, the problem with that set though, or thanks for offering that.
The sealed original Harry Potter set.
Yeah,
How
one
about
thing
the
that
press
would-
set?
Yes, it is.
it's cool, but one thing that I would nitpick about it is they're not really train wheels. They're just car wheels without the tire.
It was Lego whenever the Sorcerer's Stone came out, which would have been like the earlier 2000s if my memory serves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't have a lot in the train department then. They still had 9-volt, and they re-released the Hogwarts Express as a 9-volt set,
I
but
want
this was not that one.
And then
Didn't-
This is the original.
Didn't they release an RC or one that could be, I think, RC compatible? I'm not sure, but in
Can't remember.
12, I think.
the 2010 version.
Yeah.
It wasn't RC compatible at all.
Oh, okay.
It looked it, but it just couldn't.
Yeah, you'd have to do some major modifications in the tender, but yeah, I don't know, those. It doesn't even look good. It's just.
Carl Graytrix, I think, remains to have the best model of the Hogwarts Express to this date, as far as I know.
Who is it?
Carl Graytrix.
Sorry, as far as I know, there's only 4 models of
Yeah.
4 Lego models of a GG1 in the entire world, and I have one of them.
Nate Brill has 2 of them.
Oh, he made 2.
Yeah, he has a Pensy and a Conrail.
Oh yeah, so that means there's only 5. I still have one of them though.
Well, there's 3 Reading Crusaders in the world, and I have the only one that's found. There's 2 Pensy 3768s. I have the only one in dark green. And the only locomotive in the world with double XL wheels, but probably not for much longer.
Yeah.
Hey, I have one of only 2 Canadian Pacific 2317s in the world. The other
Honestly-
one,
The other one.
Yeah, honestly.
the other one, the actual engine.
Yeah, honestly, I think I'm the only person to ever make well, maybe not ever, but to make the Savannah Atlanta 750 in Lego. So
The what?
The SNA 750.
Hmm.
So
I know I'm the only person to ever build the Cotton Belt locomotive that I have.
actually, I think
I'm
all
probably one of
locomotives-
like 20 people in the world who know what that locomotive is.
Honestly, I think all of the locomotives that I've built, it's besides the actual locomotive itself. I think that's the only model of.
Half the stuff I build, no one else in the world builds.
Yeah, no, I mean
You
practically nobody knows about the Frisco 709. So.
I don't think there's anyone else in the world that has an entire gang in their city named after the villains of the show Tugs.
Matt, you would probably be interested in a guy named Green Mountain Vince. He's on Flickr. He builds a lot of Canadian Pacific stuff. I can't remember if he built the same Pacific that you're talking about. I can double check that, but he did build he builds pretty much entirely like Central Vermont and Canadian Pacific.
He better stay away from my Green Mountain Railroad.
Can't make any promises. But yeah, he's done a lot of different things. So I'm trying to look through Flickr here. He's got several of them. He's got Central Vermont. I'm sorry, he's got Canadian National 5288. That's a Pacific. I don't know if that's the same one as 2317. It likely is not.
2317 Pacific. Believe it or not, I keep the official list that needs to be updated down here. I already was going through the car list the other week, and man,
Fine 5288.
I've never wrote Rust more than ever. Let's see.
Trying to look through his engines. He's got Grand Trunk 713, which is a mogul. He's got,
What I'm looking for.
I can't see that.
Yeah, I can't see it either.
It's one of them in there.
2317 or 5288?
It's the one in the front.
No, which one? Is it 2317 or 5288?
2317.
Oh.
Yeah. We don't have a 5288.
Oh, it's Canadian National. I'm looking at it.
Interesting.
Well, I
Yeah.
soon might be the only one to have this one. The 442.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know
I'm
the engine number.
definitely sure that the LMBR 1923 for sure. Frisco 709, yeah, definitely. And 750, I'm not quite sure if this is the only one, but
Lucas will be right
I
back.
don't know.
Eventually.
Except I don't know how I'm gonna motorize this thing since it's so small.
2 train motors in the tender. Easy
That's always the answer.
Yeah, but wouldn't those be a little
Yeah.
big for the small tender?
for this.
No.
If you build it 6 wide, possibly. I mean, Matt's
Yeah, tender.
Matt's made
tender
something
driven
work with
always
his 2317, but
Yeah,
you might
true.
only use one.
Yeah,
I'll show you.
tender driven is always the way to go.
It's a little bigger now. It could have worked the way it was, but I made it bigger anyways.
Needs to be a lot bigger. How big? What was the driver size on 2317? Probably something around 80 inches.
Actually, no. We only have one thing in our collection has 80-inch drivers. That's Boston, Maine 3713. Only figures we're building something that could very well be underpowered. It's 75-inch drivers. With a tractive effort of 42,600. So obviously they were doing something right for once.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3713 has definitely got some big wheels on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I've stood under it. I know that for a fact.
Yeah. Speaking of large wheels, and just big locomotives in general, the UP 9000 series. I was lucky enough to. Actually, yeah, there's one in Pomona, California, right now.
There's quite a few of the 9000s left, I think.
Yeah, it was just the first time I've been to a very small railroad museum, and it was fun to actually see everything. But yeah, oh man, those those are huge.
Which ones are the 9000s?
The one with 12 driving wheels, it was a 412 too.
Oh wow.
Hey Glenn, isn't it for the double motors to work? I have to shove this thing in it, this lever.
2 train motors?
Yeah, for 2 train motors.
Well, what do
Correct.
you need that
Unless
for?
you want to buy a lot of wires, but yeah.
Well, it's like I'm gonna shove this thing right into it right now. Oh, it's stuck on a dead end.
What were you saying,
How
Brandon?
Which way do I want to switch it if I just hook it in the way it is? Which way am I gonna want to switch it? Forward towards backwards towards the connection, or forwards towards the switch?
Oh.
What are you talking about?
This lever thing to make it work in reverse.
Oh.
It doesn't really matter. You basically just need to stuff it in the tender. Just have it set one way and keep it that way.
So am I gonna need that when I put a second motor in my 1225?
You're using a train motor, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Lead weight doesn't hurt either.
Yeah.
Oh dear, I broke this.
I'd like to put a normal motor in it, but there's not really a place for it.
There probably is. I mean, it would probably take a lot of redesigning. I could put if I wanted to, I could put motors in the locomotives of my K4 and my Crusader. It's just I don't want to.
Oh, yours work with tender power too?
Yeah, I mean, like, I could do it either way. They're both tender powered, but if I wanted to, I could transfer it to engine power, or locomotive power rather, and use something like two L motors. But I don't want to do that because
This thing is
I just like the way that it's configured right now, because I have the
Yeah.
sound system in the shell of the Crusader boiler. It's basically just a 5-stud shell,
Yeah.
and the speaker that I bought basically is exactly 5 studs wide, so it fits perfectly up over the center driver.
Yeah.
I have a bit of a chair malfunction.
What's that?
You see me bending over a lot and having a chair malfunction.
I'm trying to reorganize wires.
That's always fun.
It's a real mess.
Yeah.
How many wires do you have?
That was.
There's only
Sarcasm.
3 right now inside of it.
Well, you have a small tender that's, how wide is that, 6 studs?
8 studs.
Oh, I have an extra stud's worth of space on the inside, and I have a longer tender in both of my
The problem,
locomotives, so.
because of my lack of parts, the battery box isn't actually pressed against the wall of tender in the back, which allows it to be sitting right on top of the rear motor.
There we go.
Sounds like you need weight.
Beautiful right there, I think.
That looks pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
If I can get my stand to like work, so you can actually see the whole thing. There we go. The only thing I don't like is that blue pin right there.
Is that like a Technic pin?
Huh?
Is it a Technic pin?
Yeah.
Holding the cylinders together?
Yeah.
You can probably get a light gray one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
could. I wish they
Wait,
made
is
them in
it
black.
is it the
Actually, wait, is it? Yeah. They do make a black one that has it's a Technic pin on one side and then an axle on the other, which
yeah.
might be what you're using, because I'm pretty sure that they didn't. I don't know how many Technic parts that they made in blue, but I'm pretty sure that was one of them, and you could probably substitute that for a black one.
Yeah, I've definitely seen that in black.
Yeah, it had. Can't see, but it had this on one side. It has this on one side, and then like
Hold
the
it
Technic axle on
farther
the
up.
other side.
I'm over here just trying to get this thing to work right.
Yeah, I'm cleaning electrical contacts right now of just like chargers and stuff because they weren't working. So
I'll be back in a moment.
All right.
Think
oh yeah,
the world for part bins.
this sounds kind of weird, but I guess a tip if you're like the well, I guess pretty much any charger not the actual cord itself, but the part you plug the cord into. If the I don't know what to call them, the prongs, if they get dirty, you can take a pencil eraser and it cleans it. But
Yeah, I also suggest cleaning track.
yeah, see, the problem is with the pencil. If you're talking about the pencil eraser for track, that's so much shavings, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about that for model railroading. It does work. It's just you'd have to go over it with a vacuum and stuff.
No, I wouldn't use a pencil.
No.
At all.
No, like not a bright boy, but like something like Wilden Scenics would make. Some kind of track rubber, but I don't really use track rubbers. I don't really like them that much. But yeah, they do work.
Now, cleaning Lego track, you have to clean the inside of the rail, the way the 9-volt motor works.
You get that?
Sorry, what one?
The thing about cleaning 9-volt track is that you have to clean the insides of the rail because of the way the 9-volt motor works, where the pickups
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
I clean the tops and the sides.
Top doesn't do you much good. It's basically a 9-volt motor is basically just a traction tire on the top, and then the
Yeah.
electrical contact is on the side or the inside of the rail.
It's the same-
I only clean the top just to keep it clean. That's my only reason for cleaning the top.
Yeah, it's the same with model railroading too.
Because in real life, clean things work better than dirty things.
Yeah.
Maintenance is the key.
Correct. No one else is key. Not breaking everything constantly.
Yeah.
Oh, I break this thing constantly. Like,
Well, that's Lego.
You know,
it's
you're like-
different, but yeah.
My trains break
Yeah,
themselves
but-
sometimes.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
know that.
even have to break it.
How's that happen?
Oh, several things. K4 at Harrisburg, I was fitting on the custom rods, and I was dialing in the tolerances for where the main rod slides in and out of the skirting,
Yeah.
and it slid too far back and fell out, hit a tie, and fell right off the table.
Talk
So,
about bad luck.
I've
yeah, it
this
wasn't enjoyable, but thankfully it didn't mess anything up too bad. The pinstriping was still all there, so
2317 flew off multiple tables in show and in storage.
I could not
yeah,
get
we've all
this
been
thing
there.
to stay. Huh. When you're trying to get something to, like your phone or something to stand up, use Lego. They help.
True.
A Lego from and I can't wait to get rechargeable battery motors. Well, rechargeable batteries for my motors. It's so less people than the current.
Seems some people are upset with the ME models track, the metal rails that have just come out.
Really?
Yeah, the way that they've worked, the way that ME did it is they use a more standard type of track connection where you have the rail slide into a connector, like kind of like on a piece of
Yeah.
HO track. And to do that, you have to connect that with standard Lego track. You have to have an adapter piece, and not a lot of people like the adapter pieces because the adapter piece is half the length of a standard straight track, and apparently they don't work very well. Apparently, no. I mean the tracks electrically are good, but the connector pieces is just what people don't like.
Yeah. I mean, they could just copy Lego's design, but I mean,
Well, they had a lot of problem with this before. This is the reason why it's taken them so long to release a new line of track, is because they needed something that was electrically sound and something that worked. So there's a reason why they went to the conventional standard of using the rail sliding in and out of a joiner instead of copying Lego's design, is because that works. There's a reason why a lot of conventional modelers, pretty much all the conventional modelers, do something like that instead of something like Lego has.
yeah.
So it works. It stays because it works. So that's their philosophy.
Well, as long as it works,
If
right?
wait, if it works, use it. If it doesn't work, use it till it really doesn't work.
Yeah.
That's our philosophy.
Yeah.
I just built it right the first time.
That's true. Very true, my friend.
Yeah.
You want to see where I just what I just got back getting it? Oh, I'm sure y'all have heard me mention the Tweetsy or ETNW before.
Plenty. Very familiar.
What another good idea is a very good idea is. Hang on, let me just dust this
That's
real
cool.
quick.
A man named James Gregg, he Harpies.
That's really cool.
Thank you. But
AZC. Hey, Tasty, what's going on?
not much. Like I said, I just gotten back from getting that. I go back to pick or Ben, either one.
Nice.
But I just got back getting that. I built 2 Lego sets this week. One was the British restaurant. 2 was a Star Wars set. My first ever Star Wars set. It's like Attack on Jakku or something like that. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
And then I was gonna make my Tasty Bricks channel for Legos, but it turns out somebody already has that YouTube channel or Google account.
Hate when that happens.
Yeah.
I keep getting a bunch of people that copy. Well, there's like 4 or 5 copycats of the Brick Maniac. So
Oh yeah,
Not trying
I
to
looked you
copy-
up once.
There's only one copycat of Matt Smocks, and he no longer posts.
Actually, you're talking about so you're talking about the guy that has the website.
Get that?
What?
You're talking about Matt Smocks as in Matt Hawker. Matt Hawker's a Penlog member, and yeah, he doesn't.
No. Wait, I didn't even know he existed.
Matt Hawker.
I'm talking about some 12-year-old on YouTube trying to copy me.
yeah, Matt.
Whoever this
Yeah.
whoever
Yeah,
Yeah,
Matt
this is
look up.
Matt
tribute
Hawker
video.
owns the website Matt Smocks. So
No. Yeah, the copycat had like this tribute video for Matt. So
Copycat.
which was basically plagiarism. The whole tribute video was actually just he basically just took one of my videos and copy and pasted it.
yeah.
Fortunately enough, I put a content protection on that video now, so if someone does take it and post it anywhere else, it'll be immediately taken down. Also, that guy who calls himself Matt Smocks, I'll let him have his website. I'll just be the official Matt Smocks.
well, Matt Hawker came first and a long time ago. So
Is it
Yeah.
Matt?
Matt Hawker's been around. He's a very good builder.
Yeah. So is the other guy's name? It's not Matt Mocks. Is it? It's Matt's or Matt Mocker. Is that what you said it is, or
Hawker.
Hawker? Okay, sorry, I
Mock.
heard it wrong. I'm sorry.
Yeah, mattsmocks.com. Matthew Hawker's custom Lego models.
Oh, okay.
Also, I have good things to tell you.
What?
Whatever you do, never put a Mars light and a better headlight on the front of Emerald Knight.
Wow.
Because just look at this thing.
That's ugly. Sorry, but
I want that set really badly.
It was a good set. Actually, it wasn't a good set.
well,
It had a
What, the voucher? Not the
my
voucher.
future stepdad has 5 of them in his basement.
Isn't it based off the Flying Scotsman?
Based off
Yes.
a lot of things, but mainly the Flying Scotsman.
I don't think Lego knew what they were doing when they were making
They
this.
didn't. They didn't get a lot of things right, but they did give us the L wheel, an official version of the L wheel.
That is true. Probably the best thing they ever done.
Now, the best thing they ever done was 12-volt trains.
But I could.
That's also true.
The
You
best
really like 12-volt trains.
brick.
I am obsessed with 12-volt trains. I want to start my collection sometime.
Hold on, I'll be right
Hey,
back.
I know a guy on YouTube. Big collector. 12-volt.
50, 12
12-volt
volt
train fan?
basement.
Yeah, I know him.
Doesn't post as much anymore.
No. Still got a lot of good stuff, though.
That's very true.
Who is it?
12-volt
12.
train fan. Or 12V train fan.
That's the.
Well, I'm just looking around back here because I have some good stuff.
On my rail fanning channel, which is the one I'm logged in on right now. Did you see the video uploaded yesterday of a train I caught yesterday? Just out of the blue. It was funny. We were with 4-H getting photos for some downtown buildings so we can make a map. And we off in the distance blowing his horn. So we head over to the tracks and I get the perfect shot of it as it goes by. And I even got him to blow the horn as he went by. It
Cool.
was like the best rail family moment I've had since rail.
That's cool.
I might have to get going, so I'll see you all next week.
See, Lucas?
Lucas, if you could have talked more.
See, Lucas.
Bye.
Oh, Lucas is gone.
Now there's 5.
Yeah. I'm going to be ending the stream at about 9.
Okay.
Cool.
You guys all saw the Shapeways shop,
Yep.
right? Awesome. Yeah, you guys can get all the wheels you want.
What is it?
The Shapeways shop, the one that I posted about on Brick Model Router.
I feel like I read it, but I don't think I did. Was
Well,
it with the 3D wheels?
Yes.
How much does that even cost? Because I know.
It's the most expensive design right now is the XL Box Pock, or I'm sorry, XXL Box Pock, which is about $7 per wheel, and then they go down from there. The way Shapeways does it is based on weight,
Question.
so the larger the wheel is going to cost more. Yes.
Could they send me the detailed drawing of it on like CAD or something so I can print it out with my 3D printer?
I don't know. Possibly, but
Drafting room.
I'd have to ask Nate, who runs the shop. He doesn't make any money off of it, but still, all of that content belongs to him. So, I guess I'll see.
Find out by next Thursday night, and if you can, please, because I'm in drafting class and we have a 3D printer and a laser knife, so we can just about make anything.
Oh yeah, I love having access to a 3D printer.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
I really want to get some smaller driving wheels, but like someone has the stream open. But problem is, don't really get a good selection with Big Ben, and I don't have a lot of money to spare.
Big Ben, you can get the M size wheel, which is
Yeah.
a size down from too big.
How is it too big?
Yeah,
I'm
really.
talking small steam locomotives.
You're talking
like Loki's.
Like 280 narrow gauge.
Basically equivalent. Like for the standard Lego wheel, standard Lego drivers, you can see like bring that down. Even these are just too big. Like I'm talking one where the pin would be even closer to the axle.
It's asking a lot. There's not a lot of space there.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of space, but it is for a smaller locomotive, definitely. And even if I had to make custom drive rods, custom pins to hold together, I wouldn't mind.
Well, we got a guy for that already.
Who's that?
Trainbricks.com. Bricklink shop run by Ben Koifman. He's the guy that does all the rods.
Yeah, but I need the wheels first, the rods.
Well, I usually order the wheels first too. So I don't know what else to tell you other than.
Hey Glenn, what engine would you even need XXL drive wheels for?
Pacifics and duplex locomotives. Pennsylvania duplexes mainly. Example, the K4 and the Crusader have 80-inch driving wheels, so by the 8-stud 10-foot ratio, generally, XXL would fall very close to 80 inches. A little bit on the larger side, actually. And so that would work well. The S1 had 84 inches, and the T1 had 80 inches as well. So XXL drivers have plenty of uses.
So would you ever switch them out?
Oh, the K4 that I've built has XXL wheels. Crusader needs to get rebuild. It has XL right now, needs to get double XL.
So you're probably gonna have to make it decent size larger.
A little bit. I've got the Crusader rebuild in progress on LDD currently.
Huh.
I'm also redesigning the boiler to give it a more realistic curve, because it wasn't a very square. It was very kind of arched almost.
Yeah, that's the thing with Legos. They don't have many options for complex curves.
Well, you got to figure out how to work with what they got. It's part of the fun.
Yeah.
I'd show you the Crusader on LDD, but I can't. But I actually did manage to use some. I think of the 1x4 curve slopes, and the
Yeah.
1x4 curve slopes, and I got a very nice profile that is very closely resembles the arch of like the St. Louis Gateway arch. It's close to that, but it's a little bit wider and a little bit different, but generally along those lines. And that's how the Crusader boiler was. It was actually a lot thinner if you look at it than you think.
Yeah.
Hey, Len.
What's up?
So, what size drive wheel do you think I would need for a 50-inch?
50-inch?
Yeah.
M.5. If you go into the Shapeways shop, there's a listing for ML size drivers in both
ML.
flanged and blind varieties. So ML is the size between M and L. It's basically a half a step up, and that would be closest to a 50-inch, closest that you can get currently.
I need exactly 50-inch, but they got to be olive green.
You can do exactly 50-inch, but it's probably going to mess up a lot of, well, maybe not a lot of it, but it'll kind of be weird because you have to get the spacing right with the technicals because you're limited by that. And olive green, I would just buy spray paint.
Yeah, because it's olive green with silver.
Hey guys, I gotta go.
Okay.
All right, see you later.
Yeah.
What's olive green that you're thinking about building?
Just a standard Lego color.
I mean, like, what are you thinking about building that is olive green?
Well, there's only one steam locomotive that I know of that's olive green.
Is it that Baldwin one?
Yes.
Those are both very generic. I'm thinking of the President Washington. I'm also thinking of the Jersey Central 834, but you're probably thinking of the President Washington.
Nope. Baldwin 26. A Baldwin.
I was right.
Of course. Yeah, I know it. Wasn't thinking about that
most of
one.
my locomotives are going to be based on one little place. And this is the only non-road locomotive that was painted green originally and still is.
That'll be cool. So yeah, ML drivers would work well for that. It'd be cool to see it be driven by the locomotive.
Yeah.
It'd be really hard
Yeah.
and really awkward looking to fit a train motor in that tender.
Yeah, definitely.
The good thing about it is I can actually just go up and measure the engine, and it's actually boilered in 565. Which that's crazy to believe, but that's true.
Well, I'd imagine so. You'd need a lot of horsepower, tractive effort, what have you, for a locomotive such as BLW 26, because you need it basically just to move cars around.
We were able
other heavy objects.
We're able to move 24 cars through the yard with this.
There you go.
For about 12 seconds.
Yeah, I'd imagine it's very steam hungry at that point.
Very.
Matt, you know what would be a cool mock you could do?
What?
Is if you made Steamtown.
I'll be right back.
That's what I'm thinking of.
I mean, it'd be pretty.
There eventually.
That's a lot of
It's
space.
free to find. That is a lot of space.
I don't know how big it is, but I was just thinking, you know.
Well, let's see. It's a 60-acre park.
Oh, well, yeah, that'd be pretty big.
Oh, and if I wanted to do the back shop too, that's across the street.
And then all the locomotives you guys got.
Not only locomotives, but cars.
Yeah.
Tons of cars. And the problem is that I know Glenn will hate. If I recreate Steamtown accurately, I also have to include, of course, Glenn and all of the Penlug's favorite steam locomotive in the whole wide world, a Union Pacific big boy.
Oh yeah.
Everyone
Oh,
just knows how much
You make
those.
you make the joke, but how would you feel if somebody came up to your NNW Y class and goes, "Hey, look, it's a big boy," or came up to your A class and goes, "Hey, look, it's a big boy," or came up to your B&O EM1 and goes, "Hey, look, it's a big boy."
I
Oh,
know
is
that. I know that pain. You should have seen
Is that
some of
what
the
people
things
do to you?
called.
To you guys?
Kale, it has happened at literally every show that we've been to. Somebody comes up to and sees one of Kale's articulated locomotives and go, "Hey, look, it's a big boy." And so we were
Yeah.
at Harrisburg this past year, and we were walking around, and there was an O gauge A class, and then so he turns to it and goes, "Hey, look, it's a big boy." And then we walk a little bit further, and then we see a big boy, and he goes, "Hey, look, it's a Norfolk and Western A class." How does it feel?
Yeah.
No worry. There's people who call GT1 a diesel. I feel bad for those people. When I displayed at Railfest, almost all but one person called the GG1 a diesel. That one person was literally one of the last people to operate that class locomotives for New Jersey Transit.
I find that extremely, extremely hard to believe.
It happened.
I find that extremely hard to believe. I actually don't believe you. I sincerely do not believe you that somebody who drove the GG1 believes it's a diesel locomotive.
No, they were the only one who believed it was a GG1. They were the only one who actually knew what it was.
Okay.
Now you believe him?
I guess you didn't really hear it right because I speak too fast.
No, it came across wrong, but now
Yeah.
I understand.
But the only person who knew what it was a person who operated them.
Well, that I can believe.
Yeah.
And then it got onto Facebook, and then it got all over Facebook, and then it moved on, so on and so forth, all over the internet.
They probably haven't seen Nate Brill's.
They've
His
seen
is
it,
really good.
but they haven't seen one in person. Like, they've seen it when Nate first released it, but they haven't seen one since.
I would eventually enjoy doing 4877.
Believe it or not,
Actually, that or 4800.
believe it or not, the people who own 4877, URHS, they really do want to bring that to Steamtown. It's
That'd be
one
cool.
of their plans for like a rail fest. I don't know if it'll ever happen. I can't guarantee you it, but if it does ever happen, yeah, well, hey, I mean, now it'll be there.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. That would be cool.
4877 has actually inspired a decent amount of lengthy conversation about Pennsylvania Railroad paint colors.
Because it's not probably in its original scheme, but it also wore it in red.
Well, that's the thing. We model Tuscan Red as reddish brown, standard Lego color. 4877, and I have a picture of 4877 saved somewhere, where it's next to other Tuscan Red, and it looks 4877 looks by comparison much more similar to dark red than to reddish brown. And so I've been arguing with myself over this and saying, all right, I'm going to build a GG1 someday. Do I want to build it in Tuscan Red, and do I want to build it in dark red or reddish brown? I'm arguing dark red because that would be cooler. But
there's another factor. Do you remember when they released the wow, it's 9:05. But do you remember when they released the passenger cars for the Santa Fe? I forget what show it was. I think it was Brickworld where they first revealed them. But
for the 9-volt Santa Fe.
yes, coaches for it. Instead of having a Santa Fe pull the coaches, they had a GG1 pull the coaches.
Well, Pennsylvania had streamlined cars like that, similar to them.
Yeah, but look at that video. You'll see something. And I can also guarantee that model has been long gone. From when that video was made, I think it was around 2004. It was made, Brickworld, Chicago. That locomotive has been long gone, scrapped for something better by its builders. But if you want evidence towards it, look at that.
I have to find it.
I have it
But
somewhere in the city.
What is that evidence for? We're talking about Tuscan red versus, or reddish brown versus dark red.
The red colors, I think that would be your best definition towards it. Even though it was made in 2000.
Was it built in reddish
It
brown?
was red.
Original brown or red?
The problem is, due to some pixelation, I couldn't really tell how good of a color.
Red would definitely not be right. Old brown would not be right because it's too brown. Reddish brown would be closer, at least for 4877, because 4877 is very dark red compared to a lot of other things.
You'll have to look for yourself.
Yeah, I'll find it.
Even though I will say it did have brick-built single stripe. It did have a brick-built single stripe.
Cool. I would either do that one or 4800 because I really enjoy prototype locomotives.
Problem with 4800, can't really recreate it that perfectly.
Well, that's one of the things that you have to give up. I wouldn't build the rivets into the body either.
True.
But you'd still number it as number 4800 and give it that more odd-looking paint scheme that they had on the GD1s as well.
Yeah.
The different
I
sort
also
of
left
stripes.
I left a comment on a post from Siemens Electric. You know how they're the producers of most locomotives these days. I said to them, I bet you couldn't get a GG1 running again.
That would be interesting.
I'm waiting for a response.
Yes, they will. Hopefully.
That would be cool. I would enjoy seeing a GG1 running again.
Yeah, that'd be something to see.
Because don't forget, these things were worn to heck. So it'd be pretty costly to get one even moving, let alone being able to do its proven 200 miles an hour, which they managed to get. They managed to do it on rollers, but not in person because the thing had a tendency. I believe it was like 135. It just started taking off like an airplane.
Sounds weird.
Because it was something about how Raymond Loewy's designs were just a little too aerodynamic.
Yeah.
Well, how would that create upward force?
Because of it basically you had not only had it going over, which was very easy for it because of the smooth body. You also had, because you had a pilot truck, it would go underneath, and that was all flat, basically creating a wing. And you didn't have to worry about a fuel tank. All you had was really the traction motors and a wing underneath.
Having taken fluid mechanics, that doesn't make a lot of sense.
It doesn't, but that's the official reports from the PRR.
I'll have to read that report.
I don't remember where I read it, though. Anyways, I'm going to end the stream here.
Okay.
All right. So, this has been the first, Season 2, Episode 1 of Night Derailment.
Season 2,
Stream?
episode question mark.
Yeah.
hopefully it'll stay 1 or become 2 because this system is so broken.
It would make sense to become 2, and if you want it to become 2, I can change mine to episode 1.
Don't forget, this also started out with us saying episode 1, so that'll just cause confusion and chaos and delay. Or confusion and delay. Anyways, thank you all for watching. And it's been Matt. And everyone will say, bye in their own ways. All right.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.
See ya, everyone. I guess.
See you. Who wants to get the last word?
Bye.